Yeah. Welcome to the space where the real gets heard, where culture lives, and we just shoot the breeze.
Welcome to Shootin the Breeze, where the conversations are real, the laughs are loud, and nothing is off limits. I'm your host, Queen Mouse. I'm here with my illustrious guests. We have Big Pick, Baby Girl AD, It's Jesus G, and Smart Kid Mario. And today we're getting into some things. So sit back, relax, and let's shoot the breeze. This talk has been enlightening. I got one more question left for y'all. What? No, this one is going to be quick. What do you think
Okay,
Black
that's another 50
culture
minutes.
will
Let's
look
do
like
it.
in 10 years?
Ooh,
Ooh, y'all ain't gonna like mine.
I could expound on that, and I really feel like it's it's not gonna be a good time because just on how things are trended, it's trying to demasculinize what Black culture is. Like you got, and I'm
Oh,
not pointing out any specific artists or people, but it's just very
agreed.
it's wanting to turn the men more feminine and just like break us down on the inside out, just from what I'm seeing. And I think that that being a trend in how kids are, I do respect that kids are open. But if you see it so much and that's the new standard, then you kind of push towards not necessarily towards doing
Mm-hmm.
that, but if you don't talk to your kids and have them as a free thinker, then they're gonna be
I
subjected to
agree.
be a certain way.
let's see. I can't tell you
Okay.
where I see the Black culture in 10 years. I can tell you where I hope I see it. Um, like I hope that it becomes how it used
Okay.
to be, more unified, but just with new school
Nope.
I vibe
standards.
with that.
Nope.
Like I said, that's why I said I hope it's more unified
Mm-hmm.
and less tearing down, because
It's
that's
a, it's a hell
especially
of a
with this,
dream, but
especially
I
with
hope
the new
so too.
generation.
I hope so too.
Mm.
Because I'll be honest, the faith I have in this new generation, and it's not because of them mostly, or I say it's 50. It's not all the way them, but it's not all the way not them. Like from
Mm.
the way they're being taught in the school, to the way they're being taught by the parents, the way that the
Yeah.
environment is teaching them. Um, the trajectory is not looking good, but I don't
They
think it's
can't
to
read.
Bruh.
They can't. They can't read.
that's what that
I hope
I
so
hope
too.
there's some type of course correction where
Boy.
it's on the upward slope. Um,
I
but
just
that,
hope that they can read the signs in the
Lord.
bathroom and go into the right bathroom after
but I
some
Oh,
also
years.
but I also hope that as far as the generation, and I'm just speaking as a boomer, but the generation as the millennials, you know, mature up more than where you guys are at now. Not talking about you guys, just the millennials in general. Um, to become the teaching and coaching force that they
okay.
need to be to teach the younger generation the way we were taught.
Mm.
Um, that's why I say it's
And
50-50.
I don't think they
The,
have that. That's probably why, like the teachers that are in place now, they don't motivate the kids. Like trash.
I'm not talking about teachers in school. I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about the community, the parents, the next door neighbors. You
Any
know,
moment is a teaching lesson. You can't just you learn every day. It can't just at
there you
school.
go. There
I ain't
you
gonna
go. It's
lie.
got to be. It's got to be everybody.
You're
Um,
right. You're right.
But
and
that's still a
that's why.
teacher. You a Padawan, and you gotta. I'm
That's
a
why. Like
teacher.
it's 50-50. Like the kid needs the not the kid, but they just need to understand their place, absorb, learn, and then mature. Because I
Yeah.
can promise you, when we were their age, we
Agreed.
were definitely way more mature than how they are now at that same age.
Yeah, these kids are
Um,
Everything
and
is so
they're
so
fast
smarter in
paced.
some ways, like especially when it
uh,
involves technology and things like that, and they're more free in their thinking
t-
and they'll stand up for their own principles more. But in other ways, they're not disciplined and they're not structured in the way that we are, which helps us just survive better. Our mentalities are just better, I feel like. So it's kind of hard because the current generation, Gen Z and Gen Alpha and stuff,
Mm.
are our kids. They're the kids of the millennials, and it's unfortunate that
Um,
they're not
I forgot.
like us in the most important ways. They took some things from us because
Yeah.
we're the products of Gen X's and some boomers, and I feel like the millennials got the best of both worlds because we're pre-tech and post-tech. So we're kind of in the sweet spot. These kids are all
Mm.
tech,
Yeah.
and it created a completely different mentality because we know how it is to have patience and
Mm.
stuff like that. Oh, we got to wait for next week for the episode. They get all the episodes right away as soon as it drops. They don't know how to sit here and wait for certain things and anticipation and stuff like that. They want stuff now, 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 now. So they're just different. And if stuff don't work right away with them, they wash their hands of it like, okay, on to the next thing. We're
Yeah.
not like that. We're more into like perseverance and trying different things to see what works
Mm.
and stuff like that. They ain't about that.
Discipline.
They like this sucks. Move on to the next one. Keep going. They just keep going. Yeah.
Mhm.
The attention span is short.
My
And
No.
daughter,
they don't know how to deal with rejection for anything. You
Like you
can't
have
Right.
to
tell them
coddle them
no
more
for shit.
Right.
emotionally. Like we're emotionally
Uh-huh.
tough. Like we don't care what somebody
Mm-hmm.
said. We like
mm,
forget them or whatever. You know, like I'm just ain't
mhm.
gonna mess with them no more.
I
Yeah,
feel like,
them
yeah,
they
we sit
will
with it for
break
a couple
down
seconds and then we
in
just
so
move
many
on.
different
That's just
ways.
what it
Yep.
is. We have, but
Whole
Mhm.
world is done.
we have no choice. We have no choice but to move on. You know, they
Again,
have a choice.
because of the way that we were raised, we dealt with things and we moved on because we had good foundations. Our parents
Hmm.
built us up for the worst of everything. They taught us
Mm.
resiliency. So
You
this
know how to
is
figure
Yeah.
it out.
how we know
Yeah.
how to cope with
Mhm.
every type of situation that's thrown at us. So
Mm.
it doesn't matter if the world feels like it's on fire. We know how to deal with it.
Yep.
What they
Yeah.
say,
Yeah,
you put
yeah,
a S on your chest or a H on your chest
Yeah.
and you handle it, we do it. It's fine. Them, on the other hand, they crumble, and it's scary to think that that's our future, but I feel like we're at
Yeah.
a good opportunity now because we recognize that there is an issue here. So us as the millennials, we have the opportunity to sort of take advantage of this and try to influence them as
mhm,
much as we
Yeah.
can to try to change the mindset. So right now, what are the tools? What are the things that we can do right now to try to change the mindset?
We
I don't know if
can't.
that's social
We can't.
media. Can we? We can't.
We
There's no
can't
opportunity for it.
because the way they feel is becoming the norm. What
Right.
so the way they everything makes them depressed. They living in
mhm.
a depressed
Yeah.
state. Like
Chronic.
Yeah.
they're like and depression is trendy. I never seen so many people say I'm depressed and they ain't got diagnosed. They ain't went
Ain't
ask no
even.
they ain't went to no doctor, they ain't got no pills, they ain't got no therapy. Therapy. Nobody's getting that. Nobody, but they we can't help them because they don't think
Right.
anything's wrong. You
Yeah.
can't help anybody that don't
Mhm.
see that they doing wrong or they in
Right.
a wrong space.
Don't
So
We
get
had
it.
to
so so
depress. We had to
so you
depress dishes. You know.
if you look at we all talking about how we was raised.
Mhm.
Well, look at the
Mhm.
influence we had. Look at the TV shows we had. Look at the music we had. Today,
Mhm.
look at what they have. Look at
Everybody
their
shaking their
music. Look at
butt.
their
The men,
influence. Look
the
at
men
their
shaking
music.
their butt. The women shaking
The
their butt.
the
Cartoons shaking
music
their butt.
the music is suicidal.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
So
it's
the,
intentional though. They're putting stuff inside of the music that tells them you're worthless. Whether you hear it
exactly.
intentionally in the words or you play the music backwards and you hear the subliminal messaging that's coming in the background that tells them these
Mm.
things. So
So
as the parents, I'm saying,
XXX.
play old school music for them. Don't let them listen to that stuff. Play the shows that we watched. Don't
Yeah.
expose them to the new stuff. You're in control. It's your household. Play only 90s shows for them. Play only 90s music around them. Don't let them be so ingratiated into the new culture. As much
Yeah.
control as you can, try to expose them to our stuff. They think all the 90s stuff is cool right now anyway, so push it on them hard as much as you can.
Yeah,
When
like
we no, go ahead.
no, I'm just gonna say, like, when my son get old enough that he won't start listening to music, you know what he gonna be listening to? My mixtape. That's it.
There you go.
Okay.
And it's gonna be me. He's gonna be like, "Daddy, is that you?" Yep, that's all you listening to now.
He gonna throw it
Real
away.
music.
Yeah, that's we just talked about y'all
Oh,
abuse.
man.
Now here you go. Here you go with this. Putting this on your son.
My daddy can rap. What's good?
A
You can't
mixtape.
out rap my dad.
But that's a way to do it
Yeah.
because you your child's earliest influence.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
so
Get
Yeah.
ahead of it.
if you lead off with that, yeah, like
Get ahead
like
of it.
yeah,
You
get
ain't
ahead
watching
of
none of this new age
We gotta
TV shows, none of that stuff.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
We
That's the
gotta have them
reason
listening
why I
to the
do what
big
I do.
three.
That's the reason why I
Mhm.
coach and mentor kids, because a lot of these kids just need an
Mhm.
outlet. A lot
Yep.
of these kids just need someone to believe in them. Like,
Right.
they have so much negativity they face every day, and it's that all they need is someone to listen and encourage. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That makes all the difference.
Yeah, there's
Because
not even inspirational TV anymore. Like I think about the shows that we used to watch when we were growing up, like Family Matters and all of these, and I'm like, there was such
Mhm.
good, positive, like role models on TV. Like they don't even have that anymore.
mm-mm.
George
Exactly,
Jefferson.
like the
Reality
Cosby
TV
Show,
crap.
things
Like
There
like
you
how
that,
go.
living single,
Uh huh.
Sanford
like
and
things with
Son,
black
you know.
professionals and whole nuclear families and stuff like that. Not housewives where people was
Yeah.
fighting and the bad girls
Hey,
club.
bro.
Yes, I love the different world.
A
Exactly.
different world.
Yep.
They was all in
Dwayne.
college.
Yeah.
It was all in college. Educated, doctors, lawyers,
Hey, you could
you
have said
exactly.
know.
anybody, bro. George Jefferson,
Yeah,
boy,
exactly.
you
George
wild,
Jefferson.
bro.
Yeah.
You wild with that,
Mhm.
boy. Hey, bro, your son gonna be something else, man.
Hey,
If
don't be
that's
no
the
John
influence,
Turkey now. Don't be no
he
John
gon'
Turkey.
he gonna be swinging the hands. He
Oh
gonna have the hands
no.
swinging in the back. Little walk.
I'm done, man. I'm
But
done.
Mhm.
yes, that's the stuff. Filter that stuff into their lives because if it was
Fact.
good enough for us, it's gonna be good enough for you.
It's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Hey,
I'm gonna end with this. Like, even when my daughter was growing up, like we was not watching no Coco Melon. We was watching Yo Gabba Gabba.
Now,
We was
Yep.
watching Yo Gabba Gabba. I was not playing no games. But I think that it's good to show them the good and like the things that we really cherish and just like share it with them as they share with us so they can not have a predestined opinion on what life should be, because if you moving like everybody else then you're gonna do like everybody else, so you gotta kind of
mhm,
raise your kid to be outside of that matrix and not be a
Mhm.
kind of be a black sheep, not be rebellious but just be a free thinker. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Be
you
exactly.
yourself
know
and be true to yourself. Don't be new to this. Be true
exactly.
to this.
On the guys.
That's on the dead
Yeah.
lows.
All right. Hey, hey, hey.
I think we got to start bringing our kids back to the family.
Yep.
Mhm.
Families
And
are
I'm
separated
Mhm.
now. Like, they
Yeah.
don't know their grandma, they don't know their cousins. Like,
Mhm.
everybody just separated now, and I think it just starts with that. We got to bring them back to the family. Um, 10 years, I could see it pretty much still slightly declining if we don't make the turnaround.
Mm.
Um, I think something's going to happen significantly in the next 10 years that really is going to unite the culture, because
Mhm.
we damn near in a civil war state right now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The current political climate, and I think something's going to happen. I really mean this. I think something's going to happen to like the
Mhm.
reigns of like a Emmett Till. It's going to be a current
Mm.
day situation. Something going to happen to one of us, and it's going to unite everybody. Going to be on the same page. Like, hell, no, we ain't going for that. Because there's so
Mhm.
many things that happened that almost triggered it, like George Floyd, and like it's certain
okay.
things
Okay.
that
Speaking on that, because
Mhm.
I feel
Kinda
like
was.
that was big enough to be an Emmett Till moment.
It kind of was. It kind of was, but
Because it wasn't just George Floyd. It was
Mhm.
a lot that happened in like a certain months period of time span
yeah, it was a lot.
that like George Floyd by himself, I feel like modern day equivalent of Emmett Till, but add on everything that happened in that month long span, that was the moment right there. And
Well,
and it kind of like, you know, it looked like okay, this is gonna unify us, but then the bag was kind of fumbled. We stumbled and then it kind of faded away.
Well,
What's your
we
viewpoint on
need
that?
a revolution that is not marketed. Everything is marketed, bro. Like
yeah.
like even that Black Lives Matter bull crap. The message was there, but it was marketed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It
You
was
got people
marketed. It was
going around profiting off of the stuff that other people are
t-shirts, yeah,
protesting.
yeah. Like
Tenderism.
they got people that was really doing work, and then you got
Mm-hmm.
people on the side that was like, man, like get your black. Like at the rallies, they had people selling things. What are
Yeah.
you selling it for? Give it to people. Give it to them. Like, yo, get you take your hat. Get you take you. You know, if you can buy down, and I get it, it's probably somewhere in that ticket price. But if you buy down Chicago Bulls ticket, and then you go and you got a shirt on the back of your seat, hey, everybody put your shirt on, man. We're trying to white out in here. Like, why you couldn't go to these rallies and pass
Always
out
about
these
the
things?
points.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
had to be some monetization behind it? Like so, and then you
Mhm.
got people who were split on the George Floyd thing. You had
Mm.
some people that they want to play both sides, and I'm
Mhm.
calling y'all out because if you felt like, well, you know, he was a criminal or he was on drugs, or why you always playing both sides for people who won't play but they side? They only playing their side. They ain't
Mhm.
playing
Mm.
both sides. Whenever something happen to our people, they quiet. Then when
Mm-hmm.
something happens to their people, they want everybody to join in. This man that just
Mhm.
got shot in the neck. I ain't gonna say his name. I ain't gonna give him the platform. But whenever
Mm-hmm.
that happened, they wanted us to feel some type of way about it. You should feel sorry for him. Why?
Pretty
Because he got
much.
killed. People killed every day. B. I don't want to
Yep.
hear it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Like. I'm not playing both sides for people who only play their side.
You'll
Yep.
be all
I'm
right.
being honest. I'm tired of that.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
not doing that no more. And too many of us is like that. Too many of us want to play both sides. Like, bro, them people you playing the side for, they not coming to our side. They just
Mm-hmm.
want
Yeah.
Mhm.
you on the head saying, "Good boy," when you play both sides for them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
so
Using
I
using black people as a stepstone.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Ask your mom. So I don't see it getting any better until something happens and everybody just kind of be like, all right, this is enough. But too many people are afraid because
Yeah.
we know the consequences of
Yep.
when we step up.
Exactly.
We got a history of it. We got a history of watching them use
Yep.
police
Dogs and
force and
fire
military
hoses and all type of
and
things.
fire department on.
Mhm.
We know what could happen.
Yep.
Nothing is off the table whenever black people try to rally. Nothing is off the table to stop them.
Yes. And
So
then,
go ahead.
and I was just gonna say, like, they just need to pay attention. Like the same way that that man up there in that house was so easy for a pointless situation that's happening
Mhm.
right now. Let me make sure I phrase it the right way so I don't get in trouble. That's happening elsewhere in the world right now and can easily say, yeah, people are gonna die, but that's necessary. It's okay
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
for a pointless cause.
Yeah.
But you got people here scared to speak up and do what we need to for the culture for the black people. And we already
Mm-hmm.
know how it's gonna end, but it's gonna be worth it, right?
I
Only
mean, that's not a
somebody
good.
who life in
I don't know if
I
I'm
only
mean,
ready to die. Not yet.
I mean,
I get what you're saying though. It's a valuable cause. I feel like if we got all these black bodies in uniform, they might as well get on the streets. I see what you're saying, but
yeah,
hey, Malcolm X said the price of freedom is death. You
mm,
gotta be ready, bro. Like
yeah,
because see us as black men and somebody come after our wife or somebody come after our kid, we ready to die.
yeah,
But you really have the same mentality for your brother. You really have to have the
yeah,
same mentality for your sister, for your neighbor. You have to have that. Whereas I'm not trying to die for them, but I'm going to stand in the way of danger for them if need be.
Right.
Because
I knew that.
because at the end of the day, you got to be
Mhm.
here for your family. I understand that from any
Yeah.
man or woman, you got to be here for your family. But once you have the chance to be brave and you don't, one day you're gonna have to answer. One day you're gonna have to answer,
Mhm.
hey, I gave you the opportunity to be great, and you
Mm.
folded.
You gotta
See,
sit with that. You gotta hold that.
we don't even think about it like that. We don't. We think
Mhm.
about it like I just gotta be here for my son. I gotta be here for I gotta be here for my wife. Like we think about it in the short term, but we
Mm.
don't think about it if you just happen to be put in a position and you step up, it may not result in your death. You know, it may not. You may scare the person away, but if you just cower, you never know. We willing to die for certain things, but we
Yeah.
have to also be willing to protect and risk our life for one another. And that's something
Mhm.
that we real disconnected with right now. And
Mhm.
that's crazy because if you think about the Black Panther, if you think about the days of Malcolm, they was there. You could not disrespect the black man in a restaurant and another black man turned his head like, well, the only thing messing with me. It didn't work like that. He
Exactly.
gonna get his
Mhm.
ass beat. We gonna get our ass beat.
Mhm.
Oh.
You couldn't go back to the hood to where he points out, say he was in there when they beat me.
Mhm.
Yeah,
They had
Beat
nursing
him
You know what
up.
I'm
homes
saying?
about that.
Exactly.
they was
So I was,
they was willing to make that. Yeah, they was willing
I
to
was
make that ultimate sacrifice. You
exactly,
know.
and
I agree.
that's what I feel like a lot of us is disconnected with right now. But
Mhm.
Mhm.
I'll say this: 10 years is 10 years. But then I'll say the next 50 to 80, we probably won't be here. 50 to 80, I don't know if we even gonna be around. The way the
Shoot.
way the way they
That
swirling right now,
was
I
a
don't know, man.
projection a couple of years
At 80
ago.
years
They
old?
said that in a couple of
Oh,
years,
Lord.
like maybe 30
Hey,
years, everybody's gonna be biracial. Everybody's gonna be all mixed up. That no bloodline will be pure. There will be no purity no more. There will be no black, no white, no Chinese. Everybody's just gonna be some
A lot of
Mm.
amalgamation
pussy
of
ass niggas.
mixedness.
Man,
you know what?
they
Oh
said
boy.
in 100 years everybody gonna be biracial and bisexual. That's what they said.
Whoa.
And I'm just saying. Just saying.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm
Hold
just saying.
on.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just
I like
saying.
women's.
Hey, hey,
yeah.
I'm just saying. It's the influence, man. It's the influence in the
Yeah,
mental diet. I'm
that's
just
true.
I ain't talking
you
about y'all.
Hmm.
I ain't talking
y'all better
about your
stop
kids,
making mistakes.
but your kids. Like,
Maybe.
what's gonna be in school 50 years from now? We fighting right now. Like, yo, don't teach my kid about sex. 50
Hmm.
years from now, it might be mandatory. So, like, this is the projections they're making, and they're making these projections to let you
Okay.
get ready for this.
Mm.
Hold on, I
Okay.
got a question. Where they pulling this science from? How we projecting this? I can see the biracial,
It's
but how we
coming from
projecting the bisexual part?
agenda. It's
I
coming from
think
the science of agenda, bro. That's where
I
it's
mean
coming.
if it come down to the way that we see it now, like you have just how artists are performing
You know
and
who that is.
you see how Raykard be. Raykard is very suspect. So just imagine
Uh-uh.
Raykard 20 years from now,
That's
the
what
little
scenario.
screamer kid. I mean, if he's the face of it right now, and
I'm
let's
just gonna
say
say,
20,
how'd your
30
kids,
years from
how'd your
now,
wife, how'd your dog, how'd your
mm,
cat? Because
maybe.
this one,
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's really gonna
You're gonna
depend
need a
on like
bunker.
how you govern
Mhm.
yourselves
Get low.
and your kids. Like certain things, like you can't watch that. You can't be
Yeah.
exposed to that. It'll have to be
Well,
a precedence like that. So you make sure that they don't get influenced by
I
those type of
think
things.
they got to be subjected to it, but know like, okay, this is you don't have to be influenced by that because if you hide it for so long and it's presented to
Mm-hmm.
them and you don't want to be unsuspected. You want to be prepared, you know. But
So
also with
earlier,
that, it's just hmm?
no, go ahead. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying like you just want to be prepared. That's all.
So earlier, baby girl had said, well, I said there wasn't no way to help, right? And then she
Mm-hmm.
laid
Mm,
down things that kind of checked that theory where you could help. So
Mm.
what we talking about right now, the bisexual or whatever, the way we can slow that down or even influence it is to talk to your kids. Your kids have to trust you.
Mhm.
Even you being a the first influence and trying to be a strong influence to your kid. If it's certain things,
Oh
that's
boy,
a curse
yeah.
on us as black folks. We try to hide so much stuff from our kids, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sex, gun,
Mhm.
100%
drugs.
agree.
We need to have these conversations with these kids,
Yo,
right?
Mhm.
When we talking about guns, if your son asks you about a gun, it's dangerous, man. Don't touch it. No, take him out back, show him how to handle it, show him how to load it, show him how to shoot it, show him how to take it apart, unload it, show him how to get the bullet
Mhm.
out of the chamber. It,
yep.
you you gotta show them that if your kid come to you and say, Dad, what's sex? How do you have sex? I don't care if he's 10. Talk to him, put it in the simplest terms and talk to him, because if you don't take that chance to do that, because people feel like I don't want to do it, I don't
Mhm.
want to take away my child innocence. The world gonna take the
Mm.
child innocence. You don't.
There you
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
go.
You have to tell
Yep.
them.
Mhm.
Let's
Either you
talk
do it
about
or
it.
somebody else will.
And,
Mhm.
and,
Exactly.
and
Mhm.
if somebody else will, they're gonna trust them more than they trust you. That's how it
Mhm.
starts. That's what we got going on out here right now.
Mhm.
That's why
We
people want to be in the gangs and they want to be
yeah.
accepted by their friends and accepted by the world because they trust the world. They don't trust their parents. The
Mhm.
soft is making these kids turn away from their parents.
Mhm.
So you gotta, if you're trying to be your child friend, well, talk to them. Talk to them. Let them know what's real out there.
You
This
got to
drug, what is this drug?
introduce.
This marijuana, this weed, what is this? I'll tell you exactly what it is.
Mhm.
And
It's
you
that
tell them,
stuff.
instead of somebody that wants them to smoke with them, say, "Oh man, it ain't gonna hurt, man. It ain't gonna," you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? We used to see that when we was kids,
Mhm.
that dare say no to drug. We used to laugh at stuff like, but
Yes.
Yeah.
it's true. It's true. Like when somebody trying to influence you to do something wrong, they come like nice, like, yo, hey bro, I'm telling you, bro,
Mhm.
it feel good, but nah, man, it ain't gonna, come on, man. I'm still alive and they ain't gonna kill you, man. We got two different immune systems. We got two different hearts. We got two different
Mhm.
kidneys. What you mean you still alive? You might be built for drugs like that. I'm not. So you gotta talk to your kids. You gotta put them in position to say, okay, let me be real with you. This is the
Built for
truth,
drugs is crazy.
man. Now you know they got some people out there built. Well, you know, come on now. Come on now. Hey, you from the South or not? Now you know you got some crackheads could pull a motor out with one hand. Come on
That's
now.
true,
Yep.
but
All right,
They
then.
can
they gotta be
they can
built
fix
for
that
it.
alternator real quick.
Oh, okay. You got some
Hey,
people that, bro, you got some people that can
You're
smoke
right.
for 50 years. And you got some people smoke for 10 years, they got lung cancer. Like, it's some
Mhm.
Yes,
people
yeah.
sir.
just better
Facts.
genes, better bodies, better organs. Like it is, but you have to gain your kids' trust. And
Yeah.
everybody that have kids, or if you got, even your nephew, like he come to you, it don't even have to be your kid. You holler at your brother or say, hey man, he come ask me about it. I don't know why he didn't ask you, but I could talk to him and
Mhm.
get that clearance, and that he coming to someone that he trusts. She coming to someone
Yeah.
that she, so bridge that gap. And we as that's one of the bad things that we're not doing. We not connecting with the kids to where they trust us. They trust their
Yeah.
friends, and their friends telling them stuff to make them comfortable, to make them do what they want them to do.
I
That's
can
Mhm.
attest to that. I was dealing with a girl that had a son, and he was telling me some stuff, growing up with a lot of siblings, it does kind of always put you in that, you know how to handle kids after a while. So I've kind of always had that background, but he told me some stuff that his mama didn't know. And I told her, and that kind of just opened some eyes for her. Like she didn't know what was going on the other front, and that kind of cleared some things up for her. So it,
Okay.
it does help.
All right. Thank y'all so much for this riveting conversation. I appreciate you. I'm gonna let each one of you share your social medias and stuff like that, where people
Mhm.
could find you. All right, we could start with the Pixter. I say
You
Twitter
can
'cause
follow me on Twitter. I still say Twitter. I don't say X. Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, Real Big Pic. That's two G's, two C's. I'm on YouTube. Just search Big Pic. I'm everywhere. I'm kind of a big deal. I don't want to, but yeah. I'm there. Facebook, don't even worry about it. I don't mess with Facebook like that.
You're not
I don't
following
even
me
think
on
I'm
there.
gonna be on TikTok like that because I don't know, man. TikTok just dry to me.
Mm,
But if you feel like you got to follow me on everything, that's that. Real big pick. Check me out. But please try the YouTube. Please try to get on the YouTube. Search Big
yeah.
Pick BIGGPICC. Holla at your boy.
All right, go G.
Okay, well, I mean, if you want to subscribe, you can. YouTube, it's Jesus G. I'm really not anywhere else. You can follow me on Instagram, but that's more personal. We're gonna leave it on YouTube.
He said or else. Follow him or else.
Yeah. Send somebody up to you
Go
though.
ahead, Mario.
All right. So on Twitter, Instagram, you don't need the rest. It's Smart Kid Mario, Smart Kid Mario, all one word. Facebook, if you want to follow me, it'll be you are grandkid's favorite granddad.
Okay. Okay.
This guy.
That's awesome. What about you, A? You wanna give any social media stuff? It's up to you.
Well, I can. I can give my Instagram. I am baby girl AD on Instagram if you want to follow me.
All right. So the teaser for the next episode is I want to do a talk
Mhm.
on relationships. Friendship relationships, family
Oh,
Ooh,
I'm
relationships,
good
and
on that.
romantic relationships.
Yeah.
don't get me
I-
started. We did what, about 4 hours a day, 4.5? We about to have to do a whole 9 to
Oh
12.
boy.
Look,
Okay, that's gonna be interesting. So
I don't
we're
even
gonna have a
wanna,
lot of breeze to shoot for
man.
the next time. So
I'm gonna give y'all some story times
that's
next time.
exactly
Y'all
what I
gonna be
want. Some
like, this
story
nigga is,
times.
you know what? That's the only time I say the N word too, when it's about me. It's self-reflection, you know?
Y'all want to hear about my journey? I ain't done some
Oh, we
bad
I'm
gonna
shit.
not,
have
I know
we all gonna have the stories.
But
Uh-uh.
I know Meech got some stories. He was running the city.
so
I know
that's
it.
gonna definitely be fun. So
They
thank
don't know
y'all
about that, bro.
again for shooting the breeze with me. The next one, I'm not sure when it'll be scheduled, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.